So I've had a night and a half tonight, and I'm actually making bacon right now and potatoes for my son at like 11:45 at night, 11:50 at night. But as I'm doing this, I've been processing a lot of shit, a lot of emotions, not only for myself, but for people that I care and love very much. And I've been doing it for a long time, and I didn't realize that I did it. And so it's been a really crazy night for me that way. But all I want to say is, this whole enlightenment idea and doctrine and new way of thinking as far as being a mere fractal of God, a mere piece, but a complete replication of the whole is contained within us in each of ourselves. It is. It's inherent. It's scientific. It is part of our universe. We are polaric. This is what everything is made of. This is what life is brought from. All of it matters. Like the four elements, all that matters. And yet, people have used this idea of source or of light or the end and all of everything as being a way to empower themselves as an individual for good purposes, but not for reality. Like, okay, think about it. You are, and potentially everything that is of God and is of creation and is of our end all be all and everything we come from, the light that we come from. Okay. Yes, you contain every piece of that entity, that energy, that light, that source, that person, that whatever you want to call it. God, our creator, the one who brought us forth here to experience. Yes. Every single piece of life on this freaking planet is of God. Life is God. Like, that is of God. That is God. That is creation. That is what this is all about. The experience of it, the emotion of it. But people see it wrong, I think, in a way. Because so many, think, oh, well, love and light, love and light, love and light. Only pass forth love and light. Is everything that you are, even as a child, was that all love and light? Was everything that you've ever done in your life love and light? Was the intention love and light? Every intention? No, it wasn't. No, that's not our nature. That's not our world nature. That's not our universe's nature. That's not, even if you adopt the idea of like multiverse and like infinite number of possibilities and dimensions of you choosing things. Like if you chose to eat ice cream tonight and didn't, those are two different realities. Those are two different branches of the same tree. Those are two different thoughts of the same mind, right? So you experience eating an ice cream tonight or not tonight. But let's add this. What if you decided to not shower tonight and you also decided to shower tonight? Those are two different ones, right? So those branch off to their own separate fucking places. Infinitely. Okay? I know it's hard to think of and grasp and wrap your mind around, but in all of those universes, it's still you. It's still your energy, your vibration, your expression of that fractal light of God, of that flower of life of God, of creation, of life. We are each a mirror of that beauty. And it's just how we choose to express that beauty. Really. I mean, God is everything. God is sadness. God is joy. God is acceptance. God is love. God is hate. God is the light, the dark, the black, the white, the positive, the negative, and everything in between. And for so long, I think we've been like marred, and our thoughts have been skewed to believe that to be only good is what you should do, and only be right. Now, granted, I mean, my inherent energy and life force is to be good, is to do right, is to love. But what if everybody has their own energy they're supposed to be to balance it all? Like, what if I'm supposed to keep my light so you can keep your darkness? I know it's kind of a dark and heavy thought to consider when we've been ingrained and indoctrinated to believe that only goodness and light and whatever is of God, when really it's everything. And the moment that you accept that is everything and see the place of everything and the purpose for your own enlightenment, your own education, your own knowing of this universe and the truth and beauty of it. I don't know. I'm not saying that God is evil. He's not. But neither are we. We are a reflection. We are a mirror. And whatever we put out there as a light, shining out, whatever shiny piece is like aluminum or a mirror or whatever is going to ricochet back to you. And it's going to affect you. Know that. Understand that. That's all I'm saying. Is understand what you put out there comes back to you. Usually tenfold. Usually tenfold. Usually. Murphy, you know. I think the idea of gravity in our life and universe and world and earth is not real. I mean, I don't think they're... who knows, really? I mean, I know I believe the earth is more of a different consort than what they've said forever. I think it's a flat, plain existence, you know, and I mean, if you have one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, can the fifth go to the first? It's a little hard to do. It's a little hard to get yourself back down there. Is it easy for the first to go to the fifth? Yeah, no, probably not going to happen. But what gets you to the next? What gets you from first to second to third to fourth to fifth? What does that? Do you know? As your fractalness of oneness with God, do you know? What gets you to the next one? I know I'm being a little bit kind of a bitch. I'm sorry about that. But it's emphatic with me right now to say this because people need to hear it and know it. And Matthias DeStefano on Gaia, his whole series made me realize this hugely. And I've learned about this years ago. And he's the only one that has said this. Really. I mean, besides a few other fringe influencers, I guess you would say, that when I tapped into myself and my own like energy and feeling and knowing, Matthias was the only one that really hit to my core and got truth, I guess I could say. Like, there's a lot of truth in our universe that we don't really know, or we don't even... I mean, we can figure it out, and there's people that are meant to figure it out, and there's people that are meant to, like, perpetuate that energy, to learn and to grow and to expand. But it's not the inherent truth of ourselves and our God and our universe. It isn't. But it is amazing, and it's an interesting thing, and that serves a purpose. It really does, because some of those ideas and ideals and thought patterns actually will trigger people to see the truth of God and the truth of us and our nature. I mean, our nature is and has been tit for tat, really. You know, God says turn the other cheek in the Old Testament, right? I don't know the verse and all that, but I know it's in the Old Testament. It's like you turn the other cheek. And that's actually, guys, the secret to this whole thing. It's getting to the point in your own life experiences where you don't just see the hurt that people cause you. And you're not like, she did that, he did this. I can't believe she would ever do that to me. I can't believe I would be betrayed this way by this person. All those things. When you are doing that, you're really battling with a part of yourself. Because you, if you did it to you, would you forgive yourself? Would you understand? Would you realize why? Like if your boyfriend, when you fell in love at 15, 16 years old, at 17 years old, chose to go and have a sex with some other girl because you would not have sex. And he cheated on you and he broke your heart. And you knew he was amazing if he would just see it himself. Is that your fault? Is it really even his? Or is it all lessons to know what not to do next? To build upon yourself. To get to the point where those 10 commandments that are stated in the Bible and the Torah and everything else, it's not even a question. It's just a knowing. It's not wanting to be righteous. It's not wanting to be right or good or the best. It's just wanting to be with God. Understand his viewpoint. Understand his love. Her love, whatever's love. The end all be all's love of you. Thing is, you can't just champion, support, love, and guide the good that you see, the good you see. But you got to see their good too. When someone hurts you, dig into why. Why would they do that to you? What could have been so damaging to them that they would hurt you like that and betray you like that when you trusted them? When you would never do that to them. You can never measure somebody else's actions by your own or your own perceived actions. Don't ever do that, please. Don't ever. Because until your feet, your blistered up, sweaty little feet, stinky ass feet, step in those shoes of your enemy, and you venture down their pain and why they felt called to do that to you, you'd be humbled. And you wouldn't necessarily accept what they did to you or empower it in any way, but more see it for what it is. See that it isn't yours. See that it's not yours to own. And then you can let it go. If you hold it, they can't heal to either. They can't. Because if your pain is tied to their pain and hurt that they caused to you because of their own, it's a cascade effect. It's a freaking domino. Roll that bowling ball down the fucking lane. Will you get a strike? Do you want a strike? I don't know. I don't. Not in the pain arena, I'll say. But I'm just saying, like, the thing is we're not stopping to look at ourselves and to have empathy and compassion and understanding for others' journeys. I will say, okay, I got to say this really severely clearly because it's important. And I want you to see my face. Oh, raw and no makeup, and I can't see your face. I'm blurry kind of right now. Maybe had a couple of drinks. But still, what I have to say is important. So listen up. You matter. That's what matters. And I do too. And we need to see that. Everyone's important. Everyone matters. And everyone needs your kindness right now. So, love.